Hi, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes and Wonder Dog Yoga from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And today I want to talk about you are the power. Now, if you've been around at all, you've probably heard the phrase, there's a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. Well, that's a good phrase. And of course, I'm not going to debate that necessarily, and at one level that's absolutely right, but I'm going to share with you perhaps another way that you might want to look at that. One of the things that I used to think of after I'd gotten into this, before I got into this teaching, that I was a child of God. Perhaps you could relate to that you were a child of God. God was sort of like the big father, right? And also had a Mother Earth, and anyway, I digress. But the point of it is that's the way I considered God, considered the Spirit at the time. And then getting into religious science and I got into unity a bit, I evolved. And so now I recognized I was a part of God. Well, that's well and fine. You'll hear a lot of people sharing that they're parts of God. The question I always have, though, is what part? What are you, the little toe, the little finger, earlobe? What part of God are you? And then I came to this realization that God is that which I am. In other words, God is expressing itself in me, through me, as me. And there's one mind, that mind that I think with is God mind, expressing, thinking through and by means of me. Now, we all say there's one life, that life is God's life, that life is perfect, that life is my life now, right? When we say there's one mind, that mind is God's mind, that mind is my mind, perfect, that mind is my mind right now, right? So that means that God is individualizing itself by means of us. Now, we are told, in the way I understand creation works, is God, all God has to do, all Spirit needs to do, is contemplate. And it is so. All you and I have to do is recognize ourselves as Spirit expressing, as God expressing by means of us, as our words being the Word of God as we declare something to be so. And it is so. Because love and law are one and the same. Love and law are two sides of the same thing. And if we know something to be so, the universe accepts it, acts upon it, and manifests it into our life. There's not a whole bunch of big rigmarole. We don't have to go, ooh, mighty power, do this for me. Because that's sort of like getting into a duality another bit. And the more that I think we can move away from that, the more we can get in a direct connection with Spirit, the better we all are off. All are off. All are off? Anyway, you understand what I'm saying. We're better off that way. So, folks, you are the power. Now, if you are facing a situation and you're looking at that situation as being difficult because of some condition, it may be finances, it may be age, it may be health, it may be government, whatever condition, whatever you're dealing with. Recognize those conditions are what we would call secondary causes. Those are mere reflections of previously held ideas. And being mere reflections of previously held ideas, they have no power over you unless you allow them to have power over you. What we can do is we can think about what it is that we want to know. Think of it in the absolute, thinking of it in the state of God expressing by means of me, I am that I am, and I am that wholeness, I am that life, I am that prosperity, I am that joy, I am that creative expression. And as we do so, no thing can be in the way of our expressing that greater idea of good. No thing. So, I guess this talk is a lot about no thing. But it's a talk about a lot of things. There's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. That power is you, and so it is. Now tomorrow you're going to have a chance to hear Dr. Maxine share a wonderful love note with you, and then be sure to stay tuned for Sunday morning to hear one of her wonderful live streams. And of course, there are classes coming up. Yay! So make sure you check our website. That's cslphilly.org, www.cslphilly.org, and you'll find out everything that's happening. And there's also a donate button there. And we appreciate the contributions you make, because it's love expressing love right back to you. So that's it for today. Yoga says goodbye. I say goodbye. Love you.